Welcome back, y'all. My next guest was 14 when he saw firsthand some of the challenges foster kids can face. Immediately, he decided he needed to do something to make a difference because he's got an awesome heart. So he launched a charity that in the past 4 years has provided clothes and basic necessities to thousands of foster children across Las Vegas. He is what we call a rad human. I liked your symbol. That was nice, Jesse. From Clothes for Kids, let's say hi to Nigel and his mama, Sean. Y'all give it up. So this started, it all started whenever y'all took a foster child in 2018, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did that happen?
So in 2018, we were a part of a big group of people who were challenged to go and get licensed and get ourselves ready so that we could foster children. And so the big idea was if everyone did it, we could empty out Child Haven. And so we did that. We went and we got our license.
Wow.
And we were able to host a child, a 12-year-old boy, for 1 whole year. And so that's how all this started.
Yeah, pretty much that day that we picked him up, we brought him home, kind of showed him around a little bit, and I noticed that the clothing inside of his bag that he brought home was either way too big for him or way too small. Even the bag that he brought home was very, very tattered. For example, there was a pair of shorts in there, it was like a 3X, and it's like there's no way that this 12-year-old little boy is gonna fit a 3X type pair of shorts. And so it was very obvious that the clothing in the bag was someone else's clothing that was just put in his bag because that was all that the child care facility had that day for him. Pretty much my parents had to run out that night around 11:30 and pretty much buy him some clothes that he had because he had school the next day. So from there, that was the day that I had the initial idea for Clothes for Kids.
Oh my God. Well, just so you know, people have ideas, but they don't actually follow through. You are raising a beautiful young man. Can you tell us more about how the program works?
Yeah, so pretty much we are actually partnered with the local child care facility in Las Vegas. And so whenever a child is dispatched into a foster home, they actually give our information to their caseworker. And so their caseworker reaches out to us and pretty much explains what type of child they have, how many kids they have, what are some of their interests. And then from there, our staff pretty much hand picks clothes that are
like
custom
sizes,
to them. Yeah, exactly. So if they like Transformers, we'll make sure that if we have a Transformers tee, we'll give it to them. So yeah, that's pretty much how the organization works.
I've heard a lot of times too, like on this show, I've found out that a lot of those kids will travel. It's like a trash bag from place to place. So it's amazing. Is that on purpose that you put it in like a duffel bag?
Absolutely. That was Nigel's heart because you're right. So many foster children carry around trash bags. And so what does a trash bag mean? That means that you can be discarded. That means you're not valued. And so he wanted to make sure that they had duffel bags. And so all the brand new clothing is put into a brand new duffel bag as well. And so they love it. When they see those duffel bags, they always say, can we keep this? Like, yes, that's your bag.
That's so nice.
Yes.
And it also shows that people are investing in them, like emotionally, mentally, like physically, they're being invested in, you know, and that matters. That goes a long way.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of these kids, they are put in situations that are beyond their control. So, I mean, we try and give them a choice. So in terms of choices that they want, choices for clothing that they're actually able to wear, because a lot of times, like I said, for instance, our case, the kid that we were fostering, he was picked up from school. He had absolutely no choice to be in the situation that he was in. So Clothes for Kids pretty much just tries to provide choice through clothing.
Oh, that's so awesome. So what's your ultimate goal for Clothes for Kids?
The ultimate goal for Clothes for Kids is to create a unique space for the foster children to come in and shop completely free of cost, pick clothes that they want, colors that they like, to really get their true confidence. Because I know me personally, I like to wear clothes that look a certain way, fit a certain way. So that's really important for me to give them that.
Well, artistically, it's expressing who you are.
Exactly, yeah. That's
why pajamas fit well for me. Artistic, that's who I am, down deep inside. Well, we reached out to our friends at Tony's, one of our favorite children's audio systems, which uses figures to play songs, stories, and more. And they love how much that you're helping clothe foster kids in need. So they're donating $10,000 to Clothes for Kids. How's that sound?
Wow. Wow.
I love it. And now, thank you, Tony's. What you're doing is so wonderful, man. I cannot wait to see what you're already such an amazing young man. I'm not even your mama, and I'm proud of you right now. They did such a good job, your parents. I can't wait to see what you do with the future of this organization, but also just you in general. I think you're going to accomplish big things.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.